What's up, manga fans, and welcome to the combined June and July manga haul. Because my schedule's been kind of weird these past 2 months ish, so I don't have as much manga, and I also it's weird. Okay, it doesn't matter. So, what actually matters here is the manga itself, starting with something that's been in probably every haul except May's because that one was also weird. Sakamoto Days, Volume 13 and 14. The next two volumes of Sakamoto Days. Most of this is just the, flashback arc, essentially. You couldn't see, but I did air quotes there. The actual name on, the fandom wiki is not a very good one. It's just Taro Sakamoto's past arc, and I hate that name, and I just learned about it 5 minutes ago, so I'm not even going to name the arc. If you've read Sakamoto Days, you know what it is. If you haven't, and you don't, and it's that simple, I think it's going to be in Season 2, probably, which the trailer for that actually looked pretty good in my opinion. I'm excited. I just going to kind of slowly flip through some stuff, try not to show any spoilers. It's what's hard about volumes here, because 13 and 14, I'm in 13th and 14th volumes, so kind of saying anything too specific could be pretty spoiler-like. I will say, though, Volume 14's cover isn't great. I mean, Hio's pretty cool. I think that's his name. I kind of forget, actually. Yeah, Hio. I think that's his name. Assuming Hisuke's actually right about that, which he might not be. This cover is kind of not great. It's fine, but it isn't anything super great compared to Sakamoto Days. Volume 13's cover is better. Rion Ako's cover. Pretty cool. Not one of the greatest ones, not one of the greatest ones had in the haul, but overall, two good volumes of Sakamoto Days. I'm excited to get the next few volumes, and I'm getting closer to actually being caught up. There's only 22 out right now, and I only got 8 more in that case. Next manga is different, because it's a historical manga, which I don't think I've shown any of on this, in my hauls, but I do enjoy it vaguely, mostly just this series, and that is Orb on the Movements of the Earth. I got this used for a pretty good, very good price. And yeah, it's the over halfway point through the series. So there's not really much I can say regarding anything in specific. Very cool. I don't know. It was a good volume of Orb. I don't really know what else you want me to say about that. I do have the previous 2 volumes, and I'm just waiting to get the last one to finish the series. It's not very long. And also, I am notoriously awful at finishing series, in my opinion. So getting any series done would be incredible, and I hope I can get Orb done sooner rather than later. And that would be an actual fully completed, finished series. The only other one of those I have, which isn't oh, I'm caught up to it, or oh, it's on hiatus for a bit, that I'm actually just fully done with and won't be anything more, is Bakuman. And that's it out of my entire collection, which is pretty sizable to only have one complete series. So I'm going to need more, and hopefully Orb can be that series. The series I'm probably not going to collect a little bit more of for a while is Daemons of the Shadow Realm. I've read the first half of Volume 1, and I have the first 4. Got all of these used on sale, as you can tell, because I haven't taken the stickers off yet. Not because I just got these. I got them about maybe a week ago, but I just simply haven't read them yet. I don't know why. I have some Fullmetal Alchemist, and I know this is by the same author, and you can tell by looking at the art style. It's pretty cool. I like the initial concept. This one has the opposite problem, the other two, where instead of it being so far in series I can't say about it, I literally haven't made it to anything super substantial. I like the initial concept, and I'm still kind of confused about some stuff that happened. But one thing I will say, again, I haven't made it, I haven't made it to chapter, I think I'm on maybe chapter 3 of the entire series, but I kind of don't like how they immediately just put the modern day stuff in. I was really fooled. So maybe that's kind of a spoiler. But it's chapter 1 where they showed the modern technology. Kind of wish they had kept it not being in modern day illusion for a little bit longer. I don't mind, but it was kind of neat. Again, I don't mind. I get it probably would make sense if I actually read much more of the series. But that's just my super initial, like, oh, that's interesting kind of take. Even though seeing it kind of like a Man Out of Time story, but it's not Man Out of Time at all, is neat. It's something I'm going to have to get used to, but I think it's going to be a fun series. If only the volumes weren't $13 each, if you can see that. $13 each. And I think there's 10 of them out right now, so I think I'm going to wait until I can find more on used deals. And just to see, these Volley Sakamotos are $12, and if you compare the dimensions, they are bigger. Not like bigger is necessarily better, but it's kind of weird. Anyway, series I've gotten a lot of on these hauls. I think it's been in every single one of them as well, Sakamotos. And that is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I got Volume 3 of Part 2. I have Volume 1 of Part 2. But nothing else. So, this is the second volume in Part 2. And it's the only part that I have more than one volume in, except for Part 7. Again, I watch the entire anime. I'm not skipping parts, I swear. I'm just getting the manga as it goes pretty cheap on Amazon. But that's not the only volume of JoJo's I have from these past 2 months. Who do you think I am? I also have Volume 5 of Part 3, also off of Amazon, because I found it used for more than what it was new-ish, I think, on Amazon. So, got it, and I haven't read either of these two yet. I got them, like, maybe a week or two ago. Less, actually. I got these, like, the same day as the Daemon is a Shadow Realm and Orb. But yeah, and then the last volume, the one I actually have read, is Part 5, Volume 7. This is the Chocolata fight, and the 7-page Muda, which is very, very cool. I forget the first half of the volume. Oh, yeah, the first half of the volume is Metallica versus King Crimson, which, very good fight. I think the anime did it better, and I don't think that's a very hot take. So, a lot more JoJo's, but no Part 7 from this haul, which is unfortunate. I'm going to get more Part 7, but I got these 3 and other manga, so Part 7 just kind of slipped through the cracks these 2 months, and I'll get back to it. I'm going to beat out the anime, seeing as how that's not releasing any more episodes until September, which honestly might just include everything I've bought. So, yeah. I think Volume 3 of Part 2 actually does have a lot of story in it. It has the stuff in all the snowy things, and it has, it has some stuff. I'm not going to spoil it, even though it's a manga that's been out since the, 80s? Yeah. Yeah, I think the 80s. Maybe the 90s. I forget when Part 2 came out. And then already this, quick into the video, is the last thing, if I'm remembering correctly, which I think I am. Another thing I got on sale, got every single volume this month, for Sakamoto Days, on sale in some way or another, which is good, because I don't want to spend too much. That's a joke. And that is the Attack on Titan first box set. That's right, the first box set of my hauls, but it's also the lamest box set I own. So, yeah, this is, it's 4 volumes. If you check on the back, on the bottom, Jesus. If it will focus, $43.96. That is how much these 4 volumes would cost. But still, also there's stickers, and those stickers are these. Most of them are really corny, and I'm probably not going to use any of them, but they are here if you care at all. Overall, this is a fine box set. It does the job. It puts all 4 volumes in a box, a set, if you will. So, but it's not that great. I kind of wish that they just did Viz style box sets for that Kodansha just did Viz style box sets for all this series. And also the edges feel kind of weird. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's weird. Also, it's already flaking because Kodansha is great. But yeah, it's Attack on Titan, which actually has surprisingly good covers. They aren't actually all, like, I'd say mostly they're pretty decent. They aren't like mind blowing or anything, but they're nice. But getting the volumes in bulk isn't the reason I wanted the box set. The reason I wanted the box set is because these spines are some of the worst English manga spines I have ever seen in my entire life. They are absolutely awful. So, on the shelf, I have the boxes inside the box set, which I'm not going to put them in right now because it's kind of tough. But I have the box in the box set, and I just have the Colossal Titan face looking out at me, because that's better. I have not... Okay, I've read about half of volume... I've gotten to about halfway through volume 4. I haven't finished volume 4, because I am, yeah, I'm around here. I haven't finished volume 4, because I suck at reading one manga series and not going to like 40 at once. And I haven't watched the anime, so I don't really know anything that happens. I know that there's an event called the Rumbling, and I know that Aaron goes in like insane or something. I don't know really what happens. See, I'm gonna get more Attack on Titan. I'm kind of bummed out that I'm not gonna get the deluxes, but these will go on sale a lot more often than the deluxes because the deluxes aren't even out yet. And there's probably gonna be like 14 deluxe editions, and that is a lot of money spent because they're all gonna be like $50. So again, we have to miss out on color pages, but that is a price I'm willing to pay for not having to pay $50 for 14 volumes of Attack on Titan, comparative to buying 7 box sets for, hopefully with Amazon sales, less than $30 each, but you never know. Anyway, recap time. Let's go. Alright, a lot more tame of a haul than I would have expected for 2 months, but got a box set. It might be a lame box set, but it's a box set. Got a lot of JoJo's. Super close to finishing Orb, and excited to read these. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.